something that's very important that we're realizing is the foundation, aka the first 5 years, the first 2 years, the first 3 years. How you build a house is going to be very dependent on how the house turns out when you start. And I think we've realized there's a huge need for a healthy vision on romance, dating, sex, marriage, and love for younger adults, young business professionals.
And I think the interesting thing is the younger adults, younger kids now, they want mentors and older people to pour into them, but they won't go to them in person. Yeah. And they know not to go to their friends. So they go to the internet. And then who do you have talking about relationships? So it's really cool, and we're really thankful that we have a platform to be able to talk about relationships with them in a way that they will seek it.
Totally.
You know.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
What's the biggest need right now that you guys are finding out amongst your friends, amongst the ones that you even mentor? What's the greatest need right now?
Yeah, no, I'd love to hear what she says after me, but I'll say for one thing I've been learning while doing this is it seems to me that the way I like to put it is if someone our age has a healthy romantic relationship and their life's not doing that good, they're usually okay. If their life is great and they have an unhealthy romantic relationship, they're not doing so good. And what I mean by that is we're seeing that it's the epicenter of their life, meaning like how what's happening if they're walking in the Lord's truth in good relationships or healthy relationships or they're not, it's going to have ripples out into the rest of their lives, how they do their job, how they relate to their parents, how they go about their own life personally with the Lord. And so for us, we're realizing that need is actually, it's not just to help them with relationships, but it's also if you do help them in that, and if you do find healing and you do find wholeness in romantic relationships, it kind of bleeds out into all areas of life. And so that's why I see it as a huge need.
Yeah, I think what Jeff said, the biggest need I see is healing. I think our generation and those that are under us,
really broken.
They're really broken. Whether it's their parents got divorced, which we have so many people, their parents aren't married.
Yeah, we're the most divorced. Our parents are the most divorced generation, or above us, meaning we have the most divorced parents.
Or whether it's sexual abuse or living together or, sexual relations where they need a lot of healing. Or even if it's on the other side where you grew up in the purity culture, I think there's distortions there too sometimes where you're
overly legalistic and shame.
Yeah, or you're afraid to speak to a guy or any of that.
Totally.
Or you're single and it's just really, really hard. And so I think we have a vision for that. We just want to speak into their lives and encourage them.
What do you say to kids now? It seems like living together before you're married is like huge, even in the church. Yeah. What do you say to What do you say to these kids?
Yeah, I mean, the way I like to say it is, well, first of all, and this is the thing that blows people's minds, is stats are not on their side. So it's like even if someone told me, hey, you statistically have a less chance of relational success if you live together than if you don't, which one would you pick, right? So it's like, even if you want to, there's actual stats done by non-Christian sociologists, psychologists, that it will end worse for you if you live together before you're married. So for me, that's good enough, right? So that's what I would tell them is, it's not going to go well. If you want to have a successful relationship, move out immediately. Secondly, what I like to say is don't let your life and your body don't let your body and your moving in together say something that your life isn't. Meaning if you're not willing to join fully in, finances and how you think about the vision of your family and you're not married, but in your coupleness and all that stuff, then why would you, you're kind of just faking it. You're almost doing this, you're playing dress up.
You're playing house.
Yeah, and then the hard part is you don't understand what a true covenant is because the power of a marriage is the promise over that marriage. And what that means is that the thing that keeps the marriage together is not the two people's behavior, it's the promise in the center of that marriage. And when you move in together, you don't have that. And so what happens is you can say, oh, I'm not going anywhere and I love you so much, but at the end of the day, if something does get bad enough, you'll probably say, we're going to break up and I'm going to move on.
There's always that possibility this cannot work out.
Exactly. And the best way I've heard it is when you do that, you're kind of just practicing divorce, and that really sets you up really poorly for when you actually do get married and have that covenant, because then you misunderstand what it is and misunderstand that promise.
Unfortunately, I feel like it's kind of a cop-out on the guy's side because they want all the benefits of a wife, but they don't want to make the commitment.
Yeah, the wife.
And the girl is like, I just want to be married so bad, but he's not going to propose. So, okay, we'll live together. I'll do his laundry. I'll cook, and without the promise.
Yeah, it's usually a compromise in both sides of the coin that doesn't work well. So,
at TBN, our mission is to use every available means to reach as many individuals and families as possible with the life-changing gospel of Jesus Christ.
Thank you for helping make the gospel of grace go around the world.
Without you, we couldn't do it. God bless you.